क्या आपने कभी ऐसे रिटायरमेंट की कल्पना की है जो कॉलेज लाइफ की तरह हो? वही टेंशन फ्री लाइफ, मौज मस्ती और हम उम्र दोस्तों का साथ। एक खूबसूरत जगह आप अपनी जिंदगी के सहेजे हुए खूबसूरत पलों को दोबारा से जिए।
This event has been put together in memory of the late Dr. Yash Raj Chopra, who requires no introduction. Famous for the movie he made here in Melbourne, Chakti, India. Does anyone remember the movie? You know the movie? Let's see, show of hands. Make some noise, come on, show some appreciation. That's better, now we're getting into it. With your protagonist obviously being yourself in the movies, around vengeance.
Yes, well, a lot of my work is very based on dark goddess archetypes. So if you look at something, especially in our day-to-day age nowadays, when you think about women and girls, we're taught to be lovely, we're taught to be kind, and every time there is a woman who's very strong, they're always made to be a bad guy, right? So like Lilith is about the first wife of Adam in Eden, right? So, and she's made out to be someone who's bad. So when we think about the archetype of woman, when someone is very strong and powerful, a lot of the time from the outside she's made to be villainous or vengeful, right? But then when you think about it, so a lot of my work stems from my, I guess, love for Kali, right? Who's my goddess, because I also teach yoga in my day-to-day life. So basically, when people don't know about the scriptures and they look at Kali and she's wearing a skirt of arms and a necklace of skulls, everyone thinks she's evil, but she's not evil because she's actually doing that to save the world and the universe. When she's destroying the demon, that's the only way she can save the world. So a lot of my work goes into exploring these characters from the outside, where they look like they're evil, vengeful women, but really, when you explore why they were, I guess, made to feel angry in the first place, we get quite a very interesting story. So I think that these stories of women's empowerment and coming back to that space of when women are pushed to a degree where they come to that power within themselves. So it's like exploring the Shakti of the female empowerment.
Sure, thank you, Trisha. Deepa, with Satrangi Rishti, what were some of the messages you wanted to convey in that movie?
By the very word Satrangi Rishte, it means that it's a series of colors and every color is different and unique, but when they combine it makes a beautiful rainbow. So that's the whole theme of my movie, was talking about women. While somebody would be a full-time housewife, or somebody would be a career-oriented woman, or somebody who has her own business or job or anything, at the same time they perform a role of a mother, daughter, somebody who saves someone, somebody who protects the other. So the line in my movie is also which says, ये मैं हूँ, कभी ममता, कभी शान, कभी गर्व, कभी जान, ये ही मेरी पहचान। बस दिल में ये सवाल है उठता कि सतरंगी रिश्ते निभा तो लिए मैंने, एक मोड़ में रहकर चारों दिशाओं का सफर तय कर लिया मैंने। ना डर ना साहस कोई मेरा साथी नहीं, संभल कर चलना आता है मुझे, ख्वाहिशों को भूल तुम्हारी तमन्नाओं को पूरा करना है आता है मुझे। So while she might be a winner in her own self, she'll make sure that if she has to sacrifice, she'll make her family win, she'll make her daughter win, she'll make her son win, because for her it's a win altogether. So there are different roles that she performs, which are kind of undercurrent we don't realize, and that's what the whole message was through this movie.
Very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. We have two female filmmakers on stage, and we notice the protagonists in both movies are female. Am I sensing a bit of gender equality undertones in that movie? In those movies, I should say.
Well, out and out, yes, we are doing that, is what I would say. But yeah, it's been kind of outlined or not noticed, then why not as a filmmaker when we feel that, and we're getting a platform ourselves to create it, definitely we're doing that.
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We're at the forefront of gender equality and two women filmmakers. And my final question for both of you is that in the audience today, we have very young, aspiring filmmakers who I'm sure will look to you as role models. What advice would you give those young aspirants who are looking to create a career out of film?
Basically, basically just follow your heart, follow your passion. Do it because it's something that you love. Do it because it's something that inspires you, because you're getting something out of it. Don't do it because you think you're going to be famous or you're going to win an Oscar. But in the end, it comes back to passion. Coming back to the 3 points, passion. When you feel passionate about something, you feel that you've got the purpose for it, and then coming back to power. So the 3 points of Shiva's trident, I would say.
Well, I think the eyes have a vision, the mind has a dream, and your heart fulfills it. That's it. I would say just go and combine all 3 of them, and you'll see your product coming out well.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have my 2 young filmmakers' permission to say this, but I think if you catch them around in the interval time, please feel free to ask more questions about what inspires them to make the wonderful movies they have. They're young, they're aspiring, and I know, Trisha, yourself, you're looking to raise some crowdfunding for Inanna that's coming up shortly.
So we've just started a crowdfunding page, so we're halfway through Inanna, which is the second trailer that you just saw. Basically, it's a self-funded independent film because I wanted to explore the story of this ancient Sumerian goddess, which I've also created a lot of characters within the story, and we're about halfway through production. So we've just started a crowdfunding page. If you go to our Facebook page, it's www.facebook.com/Inanna the movie, and check out our crowdfunding page. And if you can like our trailer, like our page, like our trailer, and if you can contribute, that would be awesome. And we've got some great prizes as well to give away. Thank you.
Well, clearly a lot of passion coming through from both these young ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call upon next Mr. Rakesh Vaizada and his wife Monica to present 2 certificates of recognition and achievement to both these young ladies. So without further ado, can you please welcome Rakesh and Monica Vaizada and their parents. Please come along. And before I do that, ladies and gentlemen, I must say it gives me absolute pleasure today and my honor to have both Rakesh, Monica and their parents to join us. I've known Rakesh and Monica now for several years, dare I say close to 14 or 15. We've been good friends, and they are very much stalwarts in the Indian community. From the endless work they do, altruistic work mind you, a lot of work around the empowerment of women. Monica, good work. Women of Wyndham, I believe is what it's called. Ladies and gentlemen, Monica has more recently been asked and invited to represent the city of Wyndham as a potential councillor. And those of you who are in that ward and eligible to vote, we'd certainly ask you to support the good work Monica is doing. And of course, as I say, behind every strong woman is a strong husband as well. I did flip that around, you notice. And Rakesh, thank you very much. But to acknowledge Monica and Rakesh is only one part of the equation. The genetics, the genes all stem from the wonderful work the parents have done. So congratulations to both of you as well for supporting Rakesh and Monica so that they can support us. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, a loud applause for both Monica Vaizada, Rakesh Vaizada and their parents. So I'll now ask Rakesh to please present the certificate of recognition to Deepa Althani. Thank you very much. And we'd like both Rakesh, Monica and their parents also to show some appreciation and recognition to Trisha Devisha. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now,
thank you, Nathan. And you know, you have been a great support and encouragement to me and a mentor to me at one time.
Thank you so much, Nathan, for your kind words and kind appreciation. And here I must say, Naval Mudgil ji, आप बहुत बड़ा ये effort कर रहे हैं, जो कि हमारी community में यहाँ पे ऑस्ट्रेलिया में बहुत ज़रूरत है इसकी. सतरंगी, जैसे कि आप सुनते आ रहे हैं, 7 रंग, ना सिर्फ अपने देश का म्यूजिक पर नवल मुदगिल जी ने अपने हार्ड वर्क से इस देश में और सारी कल्चर्स को मिला के म्यूजिक का एक इतना प्यारा मिक्स बना दिया है कि मुझे पूरा विश्वास है आप सब लोग बहुत एंजॉय कर रहे हैं. और जैसा नेसन ने कहा कि विमेन एम्पावरमेंट के लिए मैं काम करती हूँ और किसी को कोई भी हेल्प की ज़रूरत हो स्पेशली विमेन को तो प्लीज़ आप मुझे कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर योर विशेस एंड फॉर योर ब्लेसिंग्स. थैंक्स.
Thank you, Monica. Thank you very much, our wonderful filmmakers. Thank you very much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call upon my co-host Shama to join me up on stage as we now make progress with some very traditional items coming up. So, Shama, start with you, Sudeep. In terms of the making of the film, what were your intentions behind the themes that are contained in those films? Do you mind sharing your thoughts with us?
Yeah, my main intention to make this movie is to share some story which is around us, and I believe every one of us have some stories to say. That's the same thing I had, so I thought this is a good medium. I should actually share my thoughts through the film. The short film is the best.
What are some of the key messages you wanted to convey in your short film?
Yeah. This short film actually based on two main story agenda. One is the cultural difference. We normally when any person actually immigrant to any other state and then they try to actually keep their attachment with their earlier culture, and it's really hard to keep that culture to the next generation. That's the main theme of this. But again, it's also focused on a few issues related to the personal relations.
Yeah, I think that's very relevant to many of us, and especially our youngsters in Australia right now who are born here, where we want to hold on to our culture and yet acculturate into the new land or new home of our culture. Thank you very much. And I'll pass now to Deepak. Now, Deepak, you are here on your wife's behalf, I believe. Your wife's the director and you are the producer. Can you quickly talk a little bit about your production, please?
This is based on a team, like a band. We started in India, so we took a promo video in here, and I'm so thank you to Satrangi for choosing that film in here to showcase in front of this wonderful people. Okay, so there's a lot of scheduled projects going on. So we are focusing on another 2 more films, which is a video album. And its shooting has been progressing there, and another 1 more shooting has been scheduled in here, and it's starting in August.
Thank you very much to Sudhir and to Deepak, and of course to your wife in absentia. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call Mr. Vikrant Kishore to join me on stage, and his lovely wife Kirti. If you could join me, please. Now, Vikrant is known to many of us, but for what it's worth, those that don't know him, Vikrant's a senior lecturer at RMIT, very much involved with the film and the arts sector. Vikrant has more than 25 credits to his name by way of film productions, and Vikrant, I believe, more recently released a book called Salam Bollywood. Tell us about that very quickly.
Well, yeah, that's my 3rd book. It is a co-edited book. But I have been writing quite a lot on Bollywood cinema. So this has recently been published by Routledge Publication, which is an international publication. And we are going to have a launch of it on 6th of June. So yeah, we have been doing lots of work on Indian cinema. And another thing which I would like to just announce in a way is that from 1st to 4th of December, we are going to organize our Indian Cinema Festival and a conference at RMIT University.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And as Vikrant has said, next week we have a fabulous workshop that we'd like each of you to come and join us at. And Vikrant, through his good effort, has been able to secure RMIT as a venue for this. Clearly what we're seeing now is the showcase of talent in the film industry. We all know Bollywood has done a great job of it, but with good people like Vikrant here in Melbourne, we're starting to see a reinvigoration of the film industry, particularly around multicultural, multilingual film, but with a slight bias for Bollywood. And as they said, Vikrant, behind every strong man, there's a very, very encouraging woman. Kirti, thank you very much. Thank you. I'm now going to call upon Divya Bakshi to join us. Divya is, oh hi Divya, come and join us. Yep. Divya, I'm not going to steal your thunder, but you are involved in some very, very good work. And I'll give you the mic to just share a little bit about your work with us.
Hello. Hi everyone. I'm the director of a beauty pageant that happened in March this year, Miss India Global, Miss and Mrs. India Global. And it started with just an idea, a vision to celebrate womanhood. And it turned out so beautifully. It was very, very overwhelming. And with the support of people like Dr. Vikrant Kishore, Monica Raizada, and many more people, we did tremendously well. And we received applications from all over Australia, over 100 applications, and we shortlisted 30 contestants. They came to Melbourne from Sydney, Adelaide, Brisbane, and Perth. And it was a beautiful journey for them as well as for myself. And we had the girl who won the show, the girl who won the title of Miss India Global. She'll be representing India at an international platform, and she's from Perth, and luckily she's with us today. And I'd like to welcome her on stage. Put your hands together for Miss Sonam Patel. Yay! Here she is. So Sonam, I'm handing it over to you.
Hi everyone. Good afternoon. It is an absolute privilege to be here again today in Melbourne. I absolutely love this place. A lot has changed since I've won the title of Miss India Global. It's opened a lot of doors for me, and firstly I just want to say a huge thank you to Divya and the whole team that organized it. And I'm very much looking forward to representing India in the Philippines later this year for the international pageant. A little bit about myself. I'm an accountant by profession. I'm studying my chartered accounting, and prior to that I studied a bit of dentistry for a few years. So very much science at heart, but enjoying the business side of things as well. I love to play the piano in my spare time, and yeah, I just love the fact that now I've been given a bit of a platform to be able to give back to the community and use this title in a way that could really create some strong positive messages for society. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I feel so privileged to be in the presence of royalty. So thank you, Sonam, for joining us. Now, I'm going to ask you to do some honors for us. We have a certificate of recognition and appreciation for some of our young filmmakers. And if you don't mind, I'd like you to present the certificate to Sudhir Patel. Thank you. Thank you, Sudhir. And ladies and gentlemen, as I've spoken about Vikrant earlier on, some of you may or may not know Vikrant and Kirti run a website called BollyOz.com, where they look to connect Australian Indians back to Bollywood. For those of you who are young and aspiring with talent and you want to know how to make some inroads, I'm sure you might find a lot of help on that website. So I urge you to visit that website. And with that in mind, Vikrant, if you wouldn't mind helping us doing the honors and recognizing Deepak for their efforts. Thank you. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have one more sector a little later about the film industry and the short films. So I think there's a bit of a group picture to be taken. And then I'm going to hand back to my colleague, Shyam. Would you join me as I welcome to the stage Mr. Hong Lim, and I will officially introduce our guests once they come up. Devashni, would you come up? Srini, Mr. Morthy Visa. The gentleman on my immediate left has been an absolute supporter of our Indian community for time immemorial. And I say that with the greatest of respect, Mr. Hong Lim, on whose turf we stand right now in Clayton. I couldn't tell you the number of Indian functions and events Hong finds the time to attend. Amidst all his other duties, whenever an invitation's been extended, there's almost a yes as a default answer before he even thinks any further. Hong, thank you very much. I will give you the mic to say a few words in a minute. Next to Hong, ladies and gentlemen, we have Srini, a man who's traveled the world and who speaks more languages than I can count in one hand. After 32 years in the IT industry, Srini is our Victorian Multicultural Commissioner, a man who represents us and makes
अनीता कितना काम करोगी? थोड़ा आराम कर लो।
आराम का प्लान तो बना लिया है मैंने। वर्ल्ड टूर पे भी जाएंगे, लेट नाइट शोज भी देखेंगे और जितना मर्जी उतना सोएंगे।
अच्छा, पर कैसे?
हमारे रिटायरमेंट की तैयारी तो शुरू कर दी है, वरना एक हाउसवाइफ का रिटायर होना तो मुश्किल है।
तो आज ही शुरू कीजिए लंबी इनिंग्स की तैयारी।